I never been, but oh, it's Luke. Where are they located? Yeah, I know. They had. I didn't check. I didn't get because you had to scratch out. I got in the car this morning. When you text, I was in the back seat. So look, I looked right down and I said, "Here go the car." So I put it in my pocket. Check out TNC Fitness Club. You won't be disappointed. This business spotlight was brought to you by the Dream Center Co-working and Business Support Service. Week. Who's the other business spotlight we did?
From the Redmond. Now, your home is not just a place. It's a lifetime of memories, hard-earned and cherished. At Secure Home and Automation, they understand what it means to protect these memories. As a Brinks authorized dealer, they stand guard over 1 million homes and businesses, ensuring safety 24/7, 365 days a year.
And you know what? Their response center is ever vigilant, providing top-notch monitoring for burglary, fire, carbon monoxide, and medical emergencies. They will fulfill and even exceed all industry standards. With Secure Home and Automation, they have the power to customize your security solution. Round-the-clock peace of mind sounds good to me. Isn't that priceless? So let Secure Home and Automation be a part of your story, a part of your legacy. They're safeguarding your home and preserving your peace.
So go ahead and call 866-447-3344. That's 866-447-3344. Call today and make a wise choice to secure your tomorrow. Secure Home and Automation. You've heard the name. Now experience the promise of ultimate safety that they bring to your home. Call Stacy Chauncey at 866-447-3344. Stacy Chauncey, 866-447-3344.
Do you have dry skin, fine lines and wrinkles, or do you just want to get or maintain your youthful glow? Then you need Vanguard Beauty. This Black-owned, woman-owned vegan beauty line has all the wants your skin could ever need. Envelop your skin in luxury with organic, botanically derived skincare and makeup that is also talc-free and cruelty-free. The foundation is weightless and feels like skin. The lipstick and eyebrows are so pigmented and come in a variety of gorgeous colors that there is sure to be something for everyone. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself and go to VGBstore.com. That's VGBstore.com. Vanguard Beauty. We don't just cover imperfections, we reveal the beauty in you.
Attention entrepreneurs, it's your girl, attorney India Rios, your one-stop shop for trademark services. Whether you're launching a new business or safeguarding an established
No, she got a Airbnb issue she's trying to put up.
Trademark process. Secure your brand's future today. Call 773-455-0711. That's 773.
You know, this billion-dollar company. What's up with this TV?
Get $100 off with the promo code. And remember, call attorney India Rios to secure the brand and the bag.
Attention motorists, get your new Buddy Bear yearly Buddy Pass for as low as $17 a month for the entire year. No matter where you are, through 15 locations, you can go anytime and get your car washed every day if you want. All year long, Buddy Bear members will receive exclusive perks and offers throughout the membership. Go to BuddyBearCarWash.com. That's BuddyBearCarWash.com and get your membership today. You can ride out with a clean ride tomorrow. That's BuddyBearCarWash.com. Hey, my people, ready to level up your kindergarten classroom?
She out there with your guest.
Effective kindergarten classroom management strategies for success.
Okay.
This ain't just any book. It's your roadmap to running a tight ship while keeping the vibe fun and inclusive. Say bye-bye to those
this one days
and hello to smooth segments with our tried and true tips. Let's empower our little ones together. Grab your copy now and let's make magic in the classroom. Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on. So what's going on is Walmart is donating its former training facility in Chatham, part of the retailer's Supercenter campus that closed in April 2023, to the Chicago Urban League, helping the organization boost its programming on the South Side. The more than 15,000 square foot Walmart Academy building will become the Urban League's Empowerment Center and allow the expansion of its Workforce Development Center and Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. The Chicago Urban League's main building is on Michigan Avenue in Bronzeville. The new building, according to the Urban League, is one of the most significant donations in its history. And I quote, while most folks will see and interpret this as a gift to the league, it is really a gift to the community, Chicago Urban League President Karen Freeman Wilson said on Monday. We understand our commitment to the community and the importance of both workforce development and entrepreneurship in our community. Now, the Chicago Urban League Empowerment Center will open once Walmart's donation is finalized. As part of that process, the building at 83rd and Stewart will be separated from a larger parcel. The former Walmart Supercenter and Walmart Health Center are nearby at 8431 South Stewart. Walmart led a, and I quote, competitive and thorough selection process for the donation, said Walmart Regional Vice President Adonis Clark. Now, the Urban League was chosen for its commitment to promoting economic freedom and furthering Black entrepreneurship. And I quote, the Chicago Urban League has been a proven leader in program development and advocacy, consistently working to improve the lives of underserved communities in the Chicagoland area, Clark said. The program's launch here will create a pipeline for prepared, well qualified, workforce ready individuals to secure employment in the region's high growth and emerging industries. Now, Walmart's donation includes the classroom and meeting facility, plus administrative furniture and training equipment, including HVAC and dental equipment. The donation will launch workforce training in new areas, including dental hygiene, artificial intelligence, electric vehicle infrastructure, and electrification technology. So kudos to Walmart for not just taking their store out of our community, but donating it to an organization that's going to make sure that it is revitalized and continues to serve the community in one way. Now, of course, I'm sure the residents were like, we still wanted our Walmart, but things happen, but we gotta, keep it moving. So shout out to the Chicago Urban League, Karen Wilson Freeman, who's doing some amazing work, and kudos to Walmart. Now I wish I had known that they were donating that building. I would have put a proposal together. But that's why you got to stay ready and pay attention to what's going on in our communities and our cities. But that's what's going on. Listen, believers, we got a great show for you. Coming up next is Community Chatter with Wynona Redmond of Win Communication. And we're going to keep winning. It's Kirk Franklin, Little Baby. We win right here on the Brunch Bunch. Whew. Well, hello, Michelle. How you doing? I know. Look, I was happy to see that you were coming. Is Deborah coming?
Yep.
Okay.
She walking in the building.
Wynona had me out all night. I'm tired. No.
I told Diane, I thought it was over. Myself said, me and Julius.
Right. I said, well, we start talking. But no, you know what? We got home in a nice time, but then the baby kept me woke.
Oh.
I just told Melissa, we got to figure this out because he still wake up every 3 hours.
Really?
Yes. And I'm like, so he sleep with us. And every time I feel him move, I got to grab him because now he crawling. And I don't want him flipping over.
Oh, he's so cute.
I'm like,
both of them are precious.
He's 10 months.
Both of them are precious.
Thank you. I just told her when we were leaving. I'm like, look, we got to figure this out. I said, I got to sleep early, but that every 3 hours is what got me tired.
Yeah, he's a cutie. Both of them are.
Thank you. Now, the other one sleep all night. My 2-year-old, once he out, he out. And he been like that since we brought him home from the hospital. He just sleep all night. This little one, he giving us a run for our money, I tell you that. Yeah, he be wanting to buy that. I said we got to figure out how to keep him full a little longer. Because every 3 hours he wake up, he wants that bottle, then he back sleep. Yeah, well, thank God he go right back to sleep too, because I was like, Lord. Hey, Sabrina Alexander. I think we left a few people on the other live. Tina Hammond ain't joined us yet or stay in your lane. So no in the raw, Jarrell. 12:30. Drop. Right, drop the win intro.
Oh, y'all got somebody at the door?
Yep, tell them to come on in. Believe it, Demario. Wake up, Jim Shoe. Hey. Wait.
Not yet.
I'm like, wait a minute. Believers, listen. If you like a good book, pick up your copy of Love and Whiskey by Fawn Weaver, the owner of Uncle Near's Whiskey. It is a good read. And that was another reason why I'm tired. I was up reading that book. Deborah, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Let me get you both of them. How you doing?
Good. See you guys.
Good to see you.
Got two babies. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
I'll get my hugs afterwards. So. What's the name of the book?
Love and Whiskey. I think that, believers, I think tickets are still available. She'll be at the DuSable Museum this evening at 6:30 for a book sign and book talk. It's going to be a great event. I like history, so the book is the history of Uncle Near's and Jack Daniel. And what they call a love story, because he had to have loved this black man because he made him a prominent figure, during slavery time.
Love and Whiskey is the origin of out of our conception.
Well, you better believe it. Boom, 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 boom. Winning.
I'm so grateful. I went in there, parking out the window, parts in there. Come back down and sign. I'm so thankful. Okay. And then later on, I'll come and pay.
30 seconds.
I feel good. Let me out.
Winning.
Winning.
10 seconds to the intro.
What you so
This is Wynona Redmond, and it's time for Community Chatter, brought to you by Win Communications.
And of course, today is my favorite day of the week. Listen, I say this every week, but every week Wynona seems to blow my mind even more. Wynona is the who's who of Chicago. And when you're in the room with Wynona, you better believe you're going to be in the room with some of the most amazing people. So let's welcome back Wynona Redmond. Wynona.
Hey there. Well, so always happy to be in the studio, but this is such a heart-heavy week.
Yes.
Already we were preparing for John Mitchell's memorial service this Friday at Trinity Church, and then this Saturday at Rainbow Push. And we know, but we lost just a giant, Cook County Commissioner Dennis Deere on Saturday. We know. I just looked back and I thought how did we lost Cook County Commissioner Robert Steele on June 19th.
Wow.
Juneteenth in 2017. And they've made such a big County Commissioner Dennis Deere made such a big statement about the legislation of making Juneteenth a legal holiday for the county. He organized Juneteenth, Illinois. Then, he had me testify during one of their meetings declaring June, the whole month of June, Juneteenth. he was such a personal friend.
Yeah.
But just I always said, how many events are you going to do in one day? And he was full of life. And sometimes, like my twin, I think that when you do roller coaster, it's because you have stuff you want to get done. But Juneteenth, Illinois, a full day with health equity breakfast and numerous parts. He departed, but he has left a legacy. And
Yes.
so more to come. But we've got him. Then we celebrate different friends, like our friend Julian Green,
Yeah.
whose last day with the Chicago Cubs is this Friday, and he's done so many milestone things. But I say all of that to say, uh, every day is 365 Black. I still like McDonald's tagline. So we don't just do Black History Month. We don't do just Women's History Month. We don't do Small Business Black Month, but every day. So I am so happy to have in studio uh, two guests from the Leaders Network, but they wear multiple hats and multiple titles. So welcome, Deborah Williams Thurman.
Woo, 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 woo.
And Deborah has been everything. We know that she's got 100 West Side women, wise West Side women connected. We know that she has been big. She's got her own DW Provision Consulting. You know, she's taking up space on the Soul City corridor.
Course, yeah.
She has done phenomenal work with Donald Dew and habilitative systems and everything from housing to jobs, and you got tours with the congressman today. But you also have been passionate about the Leaders Network. And so I was excited to hear that you had a credit union, and then Michelle Collins stepped into the credit union. And with your background, we know that things are moving. So with no further ado, welcome the Leaders Network. You have one of those groups where every politician has to stop in. But welcome. Let's start with what's going on tomorrow, Michelle.
Yeah.
And because you're leading the credit union, let's start with what's going on.
First, I want to just say thank you to both you and Marcel for the invitation, for Deborah and I. It's been my honor, honestly, to lead the effort on behalf of the Leaders Network. This board of Leaders Network had a vision for a number of years to bring a financial resource to the West Side of Credit Union. And my background is banking, and it's on the West Side. Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been aggravated, I'll say that word, that there aren't more financial institutions in Austin proper.
The largest Black community.
It's ridiculous.
In the city.
Yeah. So there's one large bank, but nothing like a credit union that you can be a member of and feel the importance of that, of belonging, relationship banking, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And so when Deborah called me and Leaders Network asked me to, first they awarded me, so. And I said, oh, how did they even know what I'm doing? And they gave me this award. I was so touched by it. I went to a meeting and I was changed by the meeting. I said, oh my God, the things that this organization is involved in. And they want to bring a credit union, financial resources to the West Side. I couldn't say no.
Yeah.
I said, absolutely. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know which way to start, but I'll try. And I believe, honestly, that it was nothing but the Lord on my side that guided me. I talked to a lot of people. I called CFOs of other credit unions and other people that started credit unions and went down several paths, but God led us to a place where we met a partner through the Illinois Credit Union League called Great Lakes Credit Union, which has the same mission to reach people where they are, to bring them into good financial literacy, good full service banking. We can really not just be a little bank trying to do something. We bring $1 billion bank to the West Side that can do all of the things that are needed for us. So it's been my honor to lead the effort. It's real, it's here. And tomorrow.
Tell us what's going on tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the grand opening, ribbon cutting of this credit union. It's beautiful. It's state of the art, big, beautiful ATM machine. We're fully staffed and we're ready. And so there's a ribbon cutting. We want you to come out. We got a DJ that's going to be there.
Tell us the time. Tell us the address. And It's directly across the street from Uncle Remus, the newly remodeled Uncle Remus. So that landmark Central and Madison corner. So, and you took over. You're in a strip where and you took over what could have been called an eyesore before it was remodeled. What was that? Was that a shoe store? What was it?
A shoe store, yeah. And so we're at 5600 West Madison, right on the corner of Madison in the plaza, Madison Central Plaza. The event starts at 10 o'clock. The ribbon cutting will be around 10:30, and we'll have some food, some fun. People can open accounts. There's a special. Let me tell you about that. Anyone who opens an account in the branch tomorrow, anything up to $50 will be matched by Great Lakes within 60 days, as long as you have a positive balance at the end of 60 days. So that's 100% return on your money. And where can you get that? So I would say bring your children. Don't just open an account with $1. Put $50 in so you can get that $50.
And I wanted to start with what's like today, because we're going to come back and talk more. But Deborah, you are a woman of 25 hats, 100 hats,
150 hats.
I mean, I don't know. I'm like, can you just slow down and give me the calendar? Because you got 35 events in 20 days. And I know Nisi, your Pride and Joy just did a big event. You got a bunch of organizations, but if you take a step back, I know you've done 100 West Side Women of Wisdom and Inspiration Connected, and we've seen everything from Karen Yarbrough to all of the different issues that you've dealt with. But the Leaders Network, if you just put in context the Leaders Network and this credit union and some of the other pieces, the significance of this, because we can bring you back to talk about 10 other things, but the Leaders Network and all that you have going on.
Yes. So thank you again for inviting me out. I've been a part of the Leaders Network for almost 15 years now, and I think the Leaders Network been almost 20 years going, and so I'm so proud to be a part of. I was the only woman. With 3 very active civil rights leaders, Reverend Ackery, Reverend Hatch, Reverend Seifields, and now we have a new president, David Cherry, and some other people that have joined the board. But anyway, these 3 young ministers, pastors on the west side of Chicago, they're like the west side of Push.
Push. when we go and Reverend Ackery and Reverend Hatch come, I always say the west side branch is checked in for the and they've actually Reverend Jackson has even come to broadcast from Reverend Hatch's church. They are that ahead, but
he's like their mentor, so they
and he makes and he will say to Reverend Ackery, "Give me a song." So we know he don't get to go to Push very often without having to sing.
So again, the Leaders Network, we're like a social justice organization, and so we fight for economic development, we fight for racial equity, and so we have been on this field a long time. We started out helping like crisis, like the Hurricane Katrina, the tsunami. I can't even say it, but the tsunami. So we provided funds. Like we pulled our little resources from the west side of Chicago, and we helped with the Hurricane Katrina. We sent water, tons and tons of water to Flint, Michigan, and so
you had trucks leaving. I remember you all packing up
of water going to Flint, Michigan. So we're that organization that really is after humankind and want to help humankind as much as we can while we can. And so this credit union is like one of our legacy pieces. So we brought a financial economic freedom engine to the west side of Chicago, and thanks to Michelle for leading the way. And Michelle she wouldn't take no for an answer. Every time we get one no, she'll go to the next door. I mean, God just kept opening up doors, and as they shut, another one came. And so, and once she found this $1 billion one, like we're full service. Like Reverend Ackery and Reverend Hatch said, if we had to open it up with our few pennies that we raised together, we might have could have loaned out $50 here and there, but we could never do what we can do now as part of Great Lakes Credit Union.
So that's really why you know Marcel has he and Tamara, I call them they have so many different businesses and so many different interests, and we know we got Soul City Corridor, but inquiring minds, small business owners. So you are full service. So for those small business owners that are looking for lines of credit, and for then the individuals, and you talked about parents and college bonds. So tell us your full array of menu, your full menu of services. And so that when people they're not just coming to the ribbon cutting, how do we come and start accessing this cash?
The first thing to keep in mind is to become a member.
Okay.
Because it's a community-owned organization. It's a nonprofit organization. The investment is in people and in the community. And I'm a community development banker, so I love this idea that you help people and that helps the overall community. So in terms of full service, let's start with basic checking. Would you believe, well, you should know, statistically, the majority of people on the West Side do not have checking accounts.
They do currency exchange banking.
They're using the currency exchange. They're going to the title companies for loans on their cars and things like that. So we want a better way of banking, financial literacy, a higher increase and empower people to use their funds smartly. So start with the relationship, and it's basic, $1. You can open an account for $1 and become a member. That's the beginning. Okay, so you start with that. I also believe you have to have savings. You put a little something rainy day because it's going to rain. Get ready for that. Put something on the side every month to build a savings. And that's begin the relationship. There's also financial literacy training. They'll come out to your organization and sit down with you and do basic budgeting and sit with you. What if you have a situation with your credit? They have credit builder loans, which I think are incredible for members, that they'll lend you the money to help you to save money. And at the end of 12 months, you'll have money and you'll have a better relationship with the bank. So then you keep going. Okay. So you can, do you need a car loan? Do you need a home loan? Do you need to fix your home? You are a small business owner, so you need a business bank account. How many small businesses don't have a business bank account? Okay, what do you need to get that set up? We'll help you figure that out.
So what do they need to bring tomorrow? So when I come open up my business bank account as a member, what do businesses need?
So you start with who's the owner. So I would say bring obviously an ID. If it's an organization, bring your articles of incorporation or whatever, your business license, that kind of information. And that'll get you started. And a check or money to open an account.
Of course, your tax ID number, your LLC paperwork, have that on. You're a business owner. You know what to bring. But I wanted to ask you a question. First, kudos to all of the work that you've been doing. I must say that I am a longtime member of the Leaders Network, and at one point was over the youth. The youth organization for leaders. I guess I'm not the youth no more. But and shout out to Reverend Ackery because he gave me the name Action Jackson.
Did he?
Yes, and actually most people don't know I got my start in radio co-hosting with him from time to time on his show called What's Going On. And so my segment on here is called What's Going On. So I like to pay homage to Reverend Ackery and anybody who has opened the door for me. And now I try to hold it open for somebody else. But with the Leaders Network Credit Union, I wanted to ask a couple questions. So we talked about the unbanked population in Austin. Do you all have second chance banking opportunities?
Yes,
okay, because that's important, right?
Second chance banking as well as credit builder loans. So if you're a member, here's one, I just got to tell you this product because I think it's incredible. If you're a member, and I think for 3 months of the credit union, they will give you a loan without a credit check of up to $1,000. You pay the loan back over 12 months, and at the end of 12 months you've got $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's the kind of thinking to help you get to that next level. So
and I use credit building loans one to help me save my money. I open one every November, so by next year November I got the cash for Christmas shopping and another line on my credit report because it reports to the credit. So believers, if you're listening, that right there in itself is a game changer. Now, most credit unions, what differentiates from regular banking is the interest that you bear on your savings accounts or checking accounts. Is that the same with Leaders Network?
You're going to get interest, and I wanted to say, so we talk a lot about the people that need the credit union because they might need to do credit building loans and second chance. But if you have assets, they have great rates. Let me say that. So CDs, certificates of deposit. I think there's one. I know there's one that I think is 13 months or so with 5% interest, which is
5%.
Yes.
Yes.
So there is interest, and then there's interest on savings. I'm not sure about checking whether or not there's interest on checking, but probably with a business or nonprofit that has a lot higher balance, they might have those kind of accounts too.
Okay. Well, that's why I just want. I'm a credit union aficionado, but you know, it'll be even better to have a credit union around the corner I could walk into. That's black owned.
As Wynona was saying, this I consider Central and Madison the heart of the West Side,
Yes.
and we need to build the West Side. You know what's happening on the Soul Corridor is exciting, but then Madison is also exciting. We want the people in Austin not have to go to Oak Park or someplace else to get their banking, and it's also a West Side, Metro West Side. So we're not talking just Austin. And it's only the first. We plan to have a second. By the way, we're working. We want to make this one really successful.
Oh, really? So you leaders, the network will have a second credit union.
That is our goal.
Whoa,
that's
whoa.
awesome.
Wait, y'all go to Garfield Park here.
Pastor Marshall Hatch, and he's got a new development that's coming on Madison. And we're gonna have a credit.
Sankofa. Yeah.
So we're gonna have a second branch inside of there.
So the space is
wonderful.
Ready. Yes, the space is ready. All we got to do is get ready. So we need to get this one off and running, make it successful. So it's like we got it. We're ready now. Let's go to number 2.
Well, believers, if you didn't catch that, if you open a bank account tomorrow, pull up all West Siders, West Suburbanites, South Siders that want to be with a black credit union. Pull up tomorrow. Open an account. You put 50, you can start with $1, but put 50 in there for you. Open your kids one with 50, your husband, your wife, your nieces, your nephews, and after 60 days, as long as it's a positive account, they're gonna match that money.
You see how he remembered? I love how Marcel he gets real focused on money and business.
You better.
Yes, I wanted to mention one other product that I'm excited about is because we work with a lot of young people, and so if you are an employee of the One Summer Chicago program, you can open up an account. A 15 or 16-year-old can get an account.
Oh, they can.
You don't have to go to the Credit system.
Well, that's good to know, because here we ran into an issue when we were on board One Summer Kids. The program was like, we don't want these kids using those prepaid cards. They got to have banks. And I'm like, well, some of these kids can't go get bank accounts, or they don't have parents that want to take them to get bank accounts. But they can come to the credit union at 16 and
they
get
do
them.
Have to. I think if you're under 18, a parent or guardian has to sign with you.
But
you still can have it in your name.
In your name.
And you can still have your own debit card.
It's so inspiring, because when we talk about our kids and when we talk about our children and that whole piece on role models, that they can't be what they can't see. Amen. And to be able to do this, my dad, he's a retired Cook County police sergeant, but he did H&R Block and he did taxes and other things. But if my twin brother and I had cooperated, he enrolled us in a stock investment class. And, he was trying to teach us about stocks. And we just didn't cooperate. I was writing poetry. I'm going to be a romance book writer. I'm going to be a journalist. Well, actually, I always knew I wanted to do PR, but my twin brother and I didn't cooperate, but he tried to teach us the stock. Bobby Wright tried to get us to do stocks, but I love the opportunity that you're opening in the community where grandparents, parents, uncles, aunties can walk their kids in and open an account. And what you just said, Deborah, about the One Summer Chicago, if we had saved $1 from every paycheck when we were back then, the compound interest and all the lessons learned. I love that the becoming a member, and then also the education piece. Yes. When I was in retail grocery, we had sponsors that sponsored field trips of the grocery store. So I just love the opportunity for the community to come in and have tours and education. So you have meeting space and education. What's the space like in this facility?
This facility is small. Okay. It's small. So there's offices and there's a small teller line and there's a small, an actual corridor where you can access the ATM. But again, this is the first time Great Lakes is actually in Chicago and on the west side. And we're starting out, and they came for the Leaders Network because we said there's a need. And we want to prove it. We want to show not only, okay, they're here. It's built out. It's beautiful, state of the art. So no, this one does not have the community space in it.
But you can go to the community and do education. How
Absolutely.
as the Leaders Network Credit
So
Union.
we have Great Lakes Foundation, and they have a
Yes.
HUD certified counselor
Yes.
that came from under Michelle Chose from our community, and she goes out and do home ownership workshops and credit repair and credit information workshops throughout the community. So yes,
I love it. I love it. You know what? I'm just sitting here and shout out to Pastor Acker. He is tuned in. I hope he heard my nice shout outs because he like, we're waiting on you to get on board, Action Jackson, like you promised. LOL. He will call you out too. That's Reverend Acker. But I am on board. I'm coming to open my account, Valencia account, the baby some savings accounts, so that with all $50, so we can match that money in 60 days. But I want to really talk to the people listening right now. And we always talk about problems, but we never come up with solutions.
Yes.
We talk about our communities being underbanked, underinvested. Well, now we have a solution that said we're bringing banking to this community. Now, it would be a travesty if you all do not support the Leaders Network Credit Union.
Number 1 and 2.
Number 1 and 2. But right now, let's blow number 1 up. So it could be number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 100. But it won't happen without membership. And we need, look, I'm like at church. I opened the doors of the church.
We got one.
Listen, we got one. Look, Jarrell,
and you got, and just for the record, Win-Win Communications, as well as a brand new foundation I started, the Dear Me Care Circle Foundation. We will be opening business accounts. So I'm ahead of Action Jackson.
Right,
he got 5 businesses and several others.
And I'm bringing all of them over there. But because it's so important with relationship banking. And you want to know your bankers. And unfortunately, when you bank with some of the larger institutions, if you don't have over a certain amount of money, they don't know who you are. You're just another number. But when you can go to a local credit union like this, they will know you, they will help you, they will guide you, they will navigate you, and they become family because you can get everything you need from the credit union. When we bought a car once, we called the credit union. Look, they sent us a check in the mail. It was like, go buy your car. But those are the benefits of that. So make sure you come out tomorrow, 10 a.m., 5600 West Madison, Leaders Network Credit Union, grand opening 10 a.m. and the ribbon cutting at 10:30. $1 is all you need to start. So there's no excuses. But if you want to, double that investment, come with 50.
And as we dream big, what kind of numbers? How many members do you want? How many do you have already?
Great question.
But set the goal. You're on Inspiration 1390, and we are in that inspiration space, and that's why we're not just any station.
Wynona with me, because I wrote my goal is to influence 100 people to become members of the Leaders Network Credit Union.
That would be wonderful. I don't want to be small, but I think we should go for 1,000 a month.
1,000
members a
yeah.
month. That. And how many members are you at right now?
I don't know the exact number. We just started, and we really didn't. We're open. We've been open a couple of months, but it's kind of like a soft opening. We're there, but the grand opening. So I really don't know and some of the Leaders Network, the faith leaders are coming and bringing their churches and things like that. So we expect to blow it up tomorrow and then keep going from there because we are going to have number 2. I like that in you. That prophecy.
Well, Deborah put it there, and so the 100 women. What's going on with the 100 West Side women? So I think all 100 women, West Side women, coming to open up members.
So I have been promoting in the West Side women. We are one of the founding. We're in the founding circle. So we initially put in $5,000 to open up this branch. So we're part of the founding circle. And I'm trying to get us to pool our resources together. With 100 women, we can do a lot. So 100 women, we donated $2,000 to Project Exploration STEM program just last week. And the week before, we gave $1,000 to the new TNC Fitness Center on the West Side, the first Black-owned fitness center on the West Side of Chicago.
And Mr. Cornelius Cole is tuned in. All
right, I gave you a shout out, Cornelius.
Well, you guys are doing great work. Deborah, we got to get you back with your 100 women.
Yes.
And Nisi gonna have to come in because that Explorers.
Nisi is my girl. She worked my summer program for a year.
So this weekend, Nisi's taking 125 youth to the Magnificent Mile in the Marriott Hotel for a weekend getaway, and so a youth conference, and so that's phenomenal.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, tell Nisi come on up here.
And there's so much on the west side. I was talking to Crystal Dyer, so we just got a lot going on to be very proud of. We got plenty of bad news, and all day, every day.
But you know what, Wynona, the good news is that the bad news was wrong.
That's right.
Yeah,
all right.
And the good outweighs the bad, and it's just like love trumps evil.
Yeah.
But we've got and that's what community charter is about. My dad, Bobby Wright, loves the whole. He loves these movies, and we said if you're not a hidden figure, you shine the light on the good in the community, and that's what community charter is.
Yes.
But he watches Hidden Figures and The Fugitive faithfully.
Well, listen, shout out to Wynona's daddy who is still driving and thriving and surviving and eating.
Oh, he's
nice
been at
fries.
HSI doing yoga.
Well, listen, ladies, thank you for joining us on the Brunch Bunch. You know, we always run out of time. When time flies when you're having a good time.
Yes.
Wynona, thank you for being so amazing. We want to give a special birthday shout out to Tanya Evans of West Austin Development Center, the director over there at the Child Care Center.
And Andre Garner, my Omega brother from another mother.
Yeah,
happy birthday,
happy
Andre.
Birthday. Well, listen, believers, happy birthday to you too, whoever you are. But we encourage you to keep love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you. Up next, AC Green. After that, Pastor DeAndre Patterson. We out.
Thank you.
Oh, that 10 seconds went faster than I thought. Yeah. All right, Facebook. See you tomorrow at 10 o'clock, 5600 West Madison. Put your money where your mouth is. There we go. See y'all tomorrow.